Andreas, Georgiou here for MMA Mad at Warrior Fight Series 6, joined by the new Warrior Fight Series amateur featherweight champion, Aidan James. Thanks for shaking my hand, man.
Yeah.
how you doing, man? Huge win over Gregor Jurcic right there, and you made it seem pretty easy. You slammed him down, you got the rear naked choke in just under 2 minutes. You're now the champion. How's that feel?
It feels good, yeah, it does. It does feel good. I haven't settled in yet. I feel like I got another fight to do now. I don't know. I'm ready to go now. I need to cool down, compose myself, and it'll probably settle in then, yeah.
You were scheduled to fight Charlie Boy Howard. Weight issues stopped that fight from happening. Your training partner, Scott Pedersen, he fought and beat 2 days notice. Beat Charlie Boy. Just want to ask, was there any frustrations for you knowing that he didn't manage to make weight when you had a scheduled fight?
No, I only followed up with a fight like 4 weeks ago, but like I don't know. Brett would agree with me with this. I think there's not a problem, but there's like this thing in like UK MMA where these amateurs got to do 8-10 week training camps, or they've got to prepare and you've got to have notice. The only time, like, you should be relatively in shape and lean, but it don't matter who was fighting tonight. There's no opponent anyway. Whether it's Charlie Boy Howard, Gregor, obviously they're both good. They're both great fights. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, like, I've got to go in there. I'm competing against myself, and I genuinely believe that the only person I've ever lost to me is me. So when when they said to me to switch on with Charlie Boy and Greg, and Chris was telling me about it, I was like, what do you think? Does it matter? Because it don't matter to me. And he said, well, what weight do you now? And I was like near enough weight for featherweight anyway. And Scott would never make bantam to fight Gregor. So like, I could fight a bantamweight. Like, I'm not a featherweight. I could fight a bantam, but I don't need long training camp. It don't matter whether Charlie missed weight or made weight. It don't matter if they put in Gregor. Fuck, if they put in Brett, like, I won't want to fight him. But if they said in 2 days' notice there's another amateur in the UK, that's all it is. It's an amateur fight. I'm here to get experience. That's genuinely it. Like unfortunately, it's one round tonight, which is good for me. But it's experience. You go through all and enjoy it. Like, I'm here to learn. That's the best thing to take away. Win, lose, draw, whatever happens, you've got to take away the experience. Because when I go pro, I plan to, cement myself just like my training partner, my coach, my best friend, Brett. I want to be like. And if I want to go with that UFC streak, but you can't do that if you're just preparing yourself to fight this one guy and that, and then you end up getting a bum, or you're fighting, or you just have to do these 8 week training camps. To me, I haven't even been fighting 2 years yet. Do you mean Charlie had his first fight, like, I'm sure it was like 3 years ago. Greg on YouTube, he had like fight in 2013. To me, I had my first 9 amateur fights in 12 months. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, it generally doesn't matter. Chris just whip together like fights out. And that's what it's about, and I feel like it just helps you grow, because you've got to stay in the gym, you've got to stay ready, you've got to train, and you've got to prepare yourself.
One thing you said a minute ago was your biggest opponent for you is yourself.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Just like, how can I say, like, obviously we all get nerves and all get scared and stuff. That's just normal. But like, you battle yourself every day. Well, and I don't just mean in that case, like, you've got to go training. You've got to put the hours in. You've got to sacrifice, like, I literally mean you've got to sacrifice relationships, social life. You've got definitely money, work. Like, do you mean I earn hardly any money? I argue with my girlfriend all the time. I'm not seeing her. I haven't seen my mother. I've seen my mother once this year. Do you mean, like, these are things I'm going to sacrifice? They're all okay with it, and then you've got to train. You've got to train. And I mean, like, anyone who trains know this, you will have bad days in the gym, you will have bad days, and you will have days you don't want to go training, days you don't want to wake up at 6 AM and do sprints in the rain. These things, this is for everyone. And you'll fight yourself every time. You've got to beat yourself every single time. Because your mind is not your friend. It does not want to help you. Trust me, your mind puts things, like, in my head before I went out, Greg was this animal, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. That's my mind. And like Cus Yamato told Tyson before, motion relieves tension. So when I get in there, I start moving around and it just disappears. Like, my imagination takes away. And Gregor, he looked like an animal. Yeah. You see the shape on him? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, I meant to be the featherweight. He looked bigger than me. Yeah. I went fighting Gregor. I was fighting myself. I went out there. They're all the same. Everyone's got 2 arms, 2 legs, and they're swinging at you, and they're doing this, they're doing that. And you've just got to go down and beat yourself, and then beat whoever's across.
You're an IMAF veteran. You fought the Europeans. You fought the World Championships. You said post-fight with Chris Hoekstra, it doesn't matter where you fought. It's all the same for you. You're fighting in that cage. You're fighting the guy across from you. That may be true, but how good is it to have that kind of experience under your belt?
Oh, it's great. Like, don't get me wrong. I genuinely did ask Chris. He's like, we had a career meeting, And he's like, where do you want to go? I said, Warrior Fight Series. I said, I want a belt on that. 'Cause look at this.
You got it.
I won one of these. Said, I want to fight on that. I want to fight in other shows, well, like Shinobi and also Make the Cage, all these top UK shows. I asked to fight on these, and Chris is going to contact them. But obviously, in reality, it does not actually matter where you fight, especially as an amateur. Like, you shouldn't care. Like, you should just try and get experience. The reason I want to fight on these shows, WFS, Shinobi, Made for the Cage, there's loads. Adrenaline, there's loads you can name, Pain Pit, Cage Warriors. It's just because they get me good fights. That's why I don't want to fight bums. I really try not to. Gregor was a great opponent. I felt it in there. Charlie would have been another great opponent. So I just want the experience. I want to get that experience, take it with me, and when I do turn pro, there's no rush. When I do turn pro, then I'm going to have something behind me. The lot of guys who only have 4 or 5 fights, go undefeated, fighting with 1 or 2 good guys and a couple of cans. And there's a difference, do you know what I mean?
Would you be open to fighting Charlie Boy in the future?
Yeah, like I said, it's an amateur fight. It doesn't matter. He's a good competitor. He fought my teammate Scott Knight, who's another great fighter. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Whatever gets matched, gets matched. I don't even care. This Chris matched up for me. Like I've said to Chris, and he goes, when we fought with the Charlie Boy fight, he literally didn't watch any videos. He just heard that he was 11-1 and said, we'll take it. Yeah. Like Chris just wants experience for us. We've talked about this. It's a mindset. You can't go in like, I'm not fighting him. He's good at this. Like, it don't. What happens if you lose an amateur fight? Rocky Marciano was 8-4. Right? That's all you need to know. Is you need experience, and you can't be 5-0 going. Well, some guys do. He did it, 5-0 pro, but he's something different. Brett's special. Like, do you know what I mean?
Let's talk about Brett just lastly now.
Yeah.
How good is it to work with a guy he's already a world champion, he's fighting one of the biggest promotions in the world in Titan FC, and to constantly have someone like Brett Johns pushing you in the gym and pushing you to become better every single day?
It's terrible. That beats me up all the time. Like, I amount of times I've cried because of him is... No, I'm joking. I love him. Yeah, generally, he's like... Mentally, he's the strongest person I know. Like he's just had shoulder surgery, okay? Yeah. This is how fucking tapped he is. Sorry. Chris, don't like if we swear. This is how tapped he is. His shoulder would pop out in sparring. I will go to stop, and he'll scream at me, and he'll get nasty if we try not to hit him. Yeah. Because he's like, if it pops out in the fight, I'm still going to carry on. So you carry on now. And I'm like, I don't know what to do, so... Trying to hit him, but he don't care. This is what I got to deal with. So I've got him trying to beat me up, and then I got obviously my housemate and best friend Nathan over there trying to beat me up. So it's brilliant. Like, I love it. But when you got training partners, people like this behind you, it doesn't matter. That's what I mean. It generally doesn't matter who we have to fight. It's just a fight, and that's it. You just learn from it, take experience, and grow.
Aidan, it's absolutely fantastic to watch you continue to grow. No, it's okay. It's great to watch you continue to grow on the amateur scene. Honestly, wishing you the best going forward, man.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
Hi guys.